President William Ruto has highlighted the uneven distribution of climate finance, which has continued to place the African continent at a disadvantage. President Ruto further wants African states to rework their green industrialization strategy, terming it the only pathway to strengthen African economies and create sustainable jobs for the youth. Now, speaking during the 39th African Union Summit in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, President Ruto also presented a report outlining the reforms needed to strengthen the African Union's response to peace and security. Safina Ching Omar gives us that report.
It was while presenting a report on heads of state and government committee on climate action during the 39th session of the African Union Summit in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, that President William Ruto commended Africa's resilience and engagement in the global climate change agenda. President Ruto, however, noted that Africa continues to face disproportionate climate impact despite contributing the least to global emissions.
The year 2025 marked the 10th anniversary of the Paris Agreement. While the agreement established an important framework and direction, delivery has not yet produced equitable outcomes. Global emissions remain high, and climate finance continues to be unevenly distributed.
President Ruto also challenged Africa to rethink its green industrialization strategy if it has to stay competitive in a rapidly shifting global economy.
Available data indicates that global clean energy investment exceeded $2.3 trillion in 2025, driven largely by deployments across Asia, Europe, and North America. Africa, despite accounting for nearly 20% of the world's population, received less than 3% of this investment.
President Ruto further presented a report on African Union's institutional reforms, proposing practical measures to strengthen peace, security, and governance.
It further proposes scaling the peace fund from $400 million to $1 billion, strengthening preventive democracy and mediation, closing the early warning response gap, reinforcing norms against unconstitutional change of government, and revitalizing Pan-African solidarity.
And on trade, the heads of state dissected the progress and challenges of the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, which they said has helped the continent to navigate geo-economic shifts and trade protectionism. Safina Ching Omar, Citizen TV.